The following movie is rated R.
What's going on, y'all? It's Wednesday. I hope everybody is feeling good. So let's go ahead and slide on this video. So I want to discuss TD Jakes yet again because his ex-son-in-law, Richard Brandon Coleman, is coming out with some wild allegations. And I'm hearing behind the scenes that he's saying that TD Jakes SA'd him and that he slept with TD Jakes several times. Now, of course, these accusations are alleged. I cannot confirm or deny that these events took place because I wasn't there, but still, these are some bombshell accusations that are coming from TD Jakes' ex-son-in-law, who is doing time, by the way, in a Texas prison for aggravated SA of a CHILD and indecency with a CHILD. Now, does these accusations that Richard has brought forth against TD make his story less credible because of what he's serving time for, or are the two men just two peas in a pod because we know that one monster is capable of creating many monsters? Now, it's important to note that Cora Jakes announced her divorce from Richard back in January of 2022, and she did it right before the crimes that her husband committed against those youngins became public. Now, another thing that I'm hearing from a reputable pastor within the Texas area, I'm not going to say specifically what city because it'll give it away, is that Richard adamantly stated that TD Jakes lavished him with gifts and paid him handsomely to keep their intimate relationship under wraps. He also stated allegedly that him and TD Jakes had these intimate encounters in different cities when they were on the road. He also alleges that TD Jakes and him did something at the church or whatever. Now, I'm not sure if it was the Potter's house. I'm not going to sit here and lie for shock value because that wasn't mentioned. It was just communicated to me that something transpired on an intimate level at a church. And lastly, it was also communicated that Richard said that he was passed around to multiple men and that he's done multiple intimate favors for men in the presence of Jakes. Now, this is all alleged information. I just want to remind you. But anyway, what I want to do right here is just play you this clip of this particular individual talking about this situation, and then I'll be back.
Baby, new allegations just dropped on Bishop TD Jakes, and this time it's coming from inside the family. Let's break it all down clearly because there's a lot of noise going on. And we really need to know the actual tea. So let's get into it. Now, Richard Brandon Coleman, who was married to TD Jakes' daughter, Cora. I don't know if y'all remember that with the whole scandal with the daughter and all that they adopted. Okay. Is now alleging that TD Jakes actually abused him. Now, these claims just came out publicly through his attorney. Now, this isn't the first time Jakes has been accused of stuff like this. Over the past year, several men have came out with similar claims, and Jakes has consistently forcefully denied them. He's actually filed defamation lawsuits against some of these accusers. And just recently, a federal judge actually sanctioned one of their lawyers for misconduct in court. Now, that shows you that these cases are legally very messy. So where are we right now? These are just civil allegations right now. They're not criminal charges. They're not convictions. Coleman says he was abused and TD Jakes is denying it. And the courts are where it's going to get tested. Now, the key things to really watch for is, does Coleman file a sworn civil complaint with specific dates and times and details, right? Will evidence like messages or a travel log surface? And how does Jakes' lawyer respond to these allegations? Is he going to be as aggressive in the court as the earlier claims? Those are the things to really watch for. This is serious, but we have to keep it clear. These are allegations only at this point. TD Jakes is denying them, and the legal process is where it's going to be ongoing. What's undeniable is there is a shaking in the church, okay? Especially in the TD Jakes World Church, okay? Because these are big claims and they're tied to one of the most powerful pastors in America. Drop your thoughts down below because y'all stay tuned, stay seated, and stay ready because these accusations are getting messy.
Now, I'm hearing that TD Jakes is an emotional wreck behind the scenes and that he's requested to speak with his ex-son-in-law at the prison and things of that nature. They're trying to set up some type of meeting to see what's going on. It's important to note that Richard's lawyer is Tyrone Blackburn, and I say that because I want to be clear here. Tyrone has had a shady past as a lawyer, but the fact that I've talked to a very reputable pastor within the Texas area, I'm thinking that where there is smoke, there is fire. But who am I to convict the bishop in the court of public opinion, right? It could be all just hoopla. I'm pretty sure that Richard may feel some type of way about how him and Cora ended, and there may be some information that he has on Core. Maybe he's ready to tell it all. He's been sitting in the prison since 2022, and maybe he's just like, yo, he's at his wit's end. So we'll just see what happens with all of this. I would just say stay tuned because there's more to come. But anyway, I'm gonna let this slide right here. I want you guys to feel free to drop down in the comments and give me your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, go ahead and sub to the channel. I'll get with you guys later. Peace.
Thanks for watching.